Yo guys, Standard VR back with some daily Pokemon battles. If you haven't yet, go ahead and do me a favor, hit that subscribe button as we get into some NU battles here. I had some requests to do some Imbors, so we're going to rock it in the NU tier today with this cool triple starters team. As we load into Mono Blue, what we're looking at, got a lot of ice types. Imbor goes kind of hard here. Obviously, Swampert over there is going to give it some problems. And that Chandelier could, potentially. So let's see how we want to lead off. Let's see what we got. We do have the Eevee-like Gligar? Alright. And what I'm going to do, I don't want to lead off with that guy. I'm going to go ahead and lead off with this Staraptor. See what they want to lead with, see where they want to go. Maybe go from there. Probably going to want to lead off with Veil. So I kind of like Caparaja, actually. Yeah, so we can kind of like sit on this. Because they shouldn't have anything to really hit. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm just going to throw off a knockoff. Just so we can kind of waste another turn of Veil. Obviously, they can go for a thing. Oh, there's the Avalugg. Okay, we're not going to get Veil up. That's fine. Get rid of those lefties. We got Ice Body. Super defensive. I'm assuming this thing probably has Earthquake. But do I care? I don't. I think I'm just going to Iron Head this guy. Nice 30% chip. Is it Iron Defenses? Okay. We're about to be goobed here, guys. How do we deal with this guy? I'm going Imbor. I'm going to bring the boy out. As they body press KO. Dope. We gotta go Inteleon. Big choice specs Inteleon. I kinda just want to see how much damage this Terra Water Surf does to a Regice. It isn't going to do nothing. Actually, almost half. Almost half. Alright. How do we deal with this? He's going to T-Wave. I can see. Let's go Gligar. I'm having a hard time saying this guy. Alright. He is probably faster, which means Ice Beam's just going to goob us. But I really want to try and get some... Ooh, he's slower. Okay. We get these rocks up, which is super nice. This thing apparently is just going to live forever. So we're just going to throw off an Earthquake to break the sub. As it doesn't break the sub. Blizzard. Dope. Alright. How do we deal with this? I'm going Copper. We're going to start throwing off some Iron Heads. Focus Blast. Dude has coverage for days. Dude. Alright. Ninetale's probably going to come back out. But not before I get rid of that Regice. That thing doesn't need a defense boost anymore. Goodbye. Alright, there's big Ninetales. We are still not in a great situation. So I'm just going to Iron Head again. If I can start trying to get some of these Mons down, I might be able to win out with this super fast Specs Inteleon in the back. We're going to find out. There's Swampert. That's not going to do anything. This guy's going to EQ. I'm going to try and get off a knock as they stealth rocks. That's fine. We'll get rid of those leftovers. I need you to stay nice and low for me. Thanks. We are kind of slower than everything besides that Avalugg. So I think I'm fine just kind of giving this thing up. Get that nice trade. Let's see. Now here what I want to do is I do think we just go... Let's see how we want to do this. I need to get that Ninetales back in as soon as possible. We're going to go to Decidueye. We're going to go ahead and Leaf Storm. Should do considerable chip to Avalugg, yeah. And that was a major threat to the team with this Iron Defense stuff and how bulky that thing just is naturally. There's a big Sand Slash. Obviously, you're just going to end my life here. I'm just going to U-turn out. Were they Light Clay or were they Icy Rock? I guess we're going to find out. Go Staraptor, take some rocks, chip. Alright, they are Icy Rock, which means, again, this guy's just going to end me. So I'm going to try and get a close combat off as Choice Scarf Staraptor is faster than Slush Rush Sandslash, unless they're Snow Cloak. But I don't think they were. Maybe they were. I don't know. We're just going to CC until the cows come home. Because I'd really like to be able to KO this thing. Actually, you know what we do here? We just come in with Inteleon. And I don't think there's really anything you can do. Because there's Chandelure. You're on a balloon, so you're not scarfed. Terra Grass, nice. Still a lot of damage. Alright, Inteleon down. Probably should have seen that Terra coming a little bit easier, but let's see. Just going to throw off a U-turn as they overheat. Cool. GG's. Let's get another one. Alright. We did not get Emboar to do a lot of anything in that last game. So we're going to try and really get this guy to do some damage here. So we do have Sticky Webs, which is an issue. Don't really have a way. And we do have Defog on Decidueye. Cool. Obviously, we can't lead that into Bug Buzz, a Sticky Web guy. So let's see. How do we deal with this? I think we just go Staraptor. Yeah, there's the big Vikavolt. Here, I kind of just want to Brave Bird. Get some nice chip. That's fine. Could Brave Bird KO. They could just go Probopass, but I think I am just going to go ahead and get this thing off the board. That way I can come in, defog later, and they can't get the webs back up. There's big Probopass. Figured that guy would be coming out. So we're going to go hard Decidueye. Because I don't know. I mean, you could Power Gym, but I think Decidueye eats pretty easily as you're just rock sliding. That's a weird Terra there. I mean, I guess you're maybe trying to block a close combat, but like, if I would have just Brave Birded, you know? Alright, this thing is dicey. You're gonna like, what, Poison Jab me? I'm going Copper. You can Drain Punch. Have fun. There's what Poison Jab. Cool, so now you're gonna Drain Punch, right? How do I deal with this? We're just gonna go into Gligar. Yeah, Eviolite takes that forever. We're gonna set up our rocks. Big Basculegion out. I'm just gonna try and throw off a knock. You can Waterfall. Liquidation. Why do I forget what moves this guy gets? Liquidation. There we go. We eat. We gotta get that scarf off. Thanks. Have a nice day. We're just gonna try and get off a U-turn in case they decide to do something weird. Alright. There's a Basculegion. How do we deal with Basculegion? Liquidation. Probably Poltergeist. I really think we just come in here with Staraptor. They should know that we're... we might not know we're Scarf. I'm just going to U-turn as they stay in. I'm assuming they're going ahead and going and clicking Liquidation again, so we're going to go Decidueye. That's resisted. Are we faster? Probably not. We could be, because they could be banking on that Choice Scarf, doing a lot of work. Alright, so Decidueye's down. We're going to come in right in with Staraptor, and we're just going to Brave Bird this thing. This will really help clear up Emboar, even though Emboar's real dicey in this one, because like, you got that Probopass and that Tatsugiri and that Basculegion. Like, it's hard to bring Emboar in on this stuff. There's a big Probopass again. Do I need Staraptor? Kind of. I kind of do. What'd you do? You rock slided last turn. I think we just Brave Bird this thing. Staraptor is just putting on a showcase right now. Boots Tatsugiri. It could spin. I'm not really concerned about that at this point. I'm going to go Copper. Yeah, you can get fast. I don't think you do anything to Caparaja, really. Here I'm just gonna knock as they miss a Hydro. And then we're just gonna Rock Slide. Let's see what they want to do. They Hydro for 44. It was we miss a Rock Slide. All's fair in love and war. Alright, Rock Slide again. There we go. There's that KO. Alright. Water types are dealt with. Here's that big Toxicroak. You can... You know what, dude? You can Drain Punch. Alright. Let's see. 295. You would do quite a bit of damage. But so would I. Especially if you're Dry Skin. If you're Dry Skin, Flare Blitz just kind of cooks. Let's do it. We're gonna go big Flare Blitz. Ooh, I don't know, my dude. That's a lot of damage. It's a lot of damage. I don't know what you're doing in return, so I'm just gonna go ahead and Psychic. Yeah, not gonna cut it. And Emboar picks up its first KO. Here we go. Alright, there's that Toxicroak back. So are we thinking he's choiced? Let's gonna Sucker. Get some nice 20% chip. Alright. We come in with Staraptor. And we just, you know what? We just full send it. Terrifying Brave Bird as they Sucker. Should have seen that coming, but that's okay. We weren't going to go for a water move in Inteleon anyways because they could be Dry Skin, and I don't want this thing getting all of its health back. Dark Pulse probably not the best one as they have Thunder Punch, and they get the Para. Alright, GG's. Let's get one more. Alright, we got some, ooh, jeez, threats. Alright. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna lead off with our Gligar. We're gonna get these rocks up early. Big Chandelure. That's fine. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna knock off first. This thing's like a threat and a half. Let's see what we got. Nice 40% chip. Get rid of those specs. Flamethrower does a lot of damage. We're going to get up. Actually, you know what? We're faster. Yeah, we got up rocks. We can KO him next turn. That's what I'm looking at. The Earthquake. This thing would be kind of nice to have into Raikou, but Raikou's also just uber fast. Alright, KO for Gligar. Let's go. I do have another Emboar team that I think I'm going to use in the next video. It's more of a choice band Emboar. Really just maximize that damage. So stay tuned for that. That'll be a lot of fun to play with. Alright. How do we deal with Raikou? We don't. That's the answer. Alright, you know what? I think we just have to kind of full send it. Actually, you could be Specs. This was probably a really bad play. I'm going to Terra Dark this thing and Flare Blitz. As they Volt Switch. Flare Blitz. Cool. Alright, you are faster. You can do a lot of things. What if we just try to bulk up? Actually, no. Yeah. That's what I'm going to do. I think you might want to get your rocks up here. As we're faster. Confirmed. Just Liquidation. Cool. Alright, so if you're gonna do that, I really think we just sucker. Keep it nice and low. Alright. Here we come out with Decidueye. And we just click that U-turn button. As they stay in. Okay. I see you. We are going to come in with Staraptor? Question mark? Ice Punch. Okay. I see this is going to be one of them games. I'm U-turning. And I'm coming in with Caparajah. The disrespect of this man. Actually, I kind of need to save this Caparajah to deal with the Sylveon in the back, but we will deal with that when we get there. There's Breloom, Mach Punch stuff. I can also just Heat Crash this guy. Big 120 base power Heat Crash coming hard into this Breloom. They Poison Jab. Okay, no, I'm just gonna take that KO. Thank you, come again. There's Raikou back. This thing is a threat. You, sir, are getting knocked off. Aura Sphere. The coverage that thing gets is insane. That AV, goodbye. Alright, if you're gonna Aura Sphere, we're gonna go to Decidueye. Not much you can really do to Decidueye, since I'm assuming, yeah, you're what? Thunderbolt, Volt Switch, Aura Sphere, Scald, more than likely. There's the big muck. This thing, it can get out of hand very quickly. So we're just gonna U-turn on out. I'm assuming you're knock. If you're knock, I'm going Cop. As your curse, okay. That is a set. We are going to knock to get rid of those leftovers. And this thing's going to get out of hand very, very quickly. Not the threat I thought we were going to have, but the threat is on hand now. They could fear EQ. I'm pretty sure Caparajah gets EQ. But we're just going to get rid of those leftovers. You don't need recovery if you're running all this kind of stuff, even though they might even be running some kind of... Let's see. Here's Iron Head. 30%. It's not bad. Not bad at all. Alright. Here is where we come in with the big Inteleon. And we just throw off the biggest choice spec surf known to man. Raikou, I don't even think Raikou eats at 39%. Sylveon easily probably at least a 2-shot, might be a 3-shot, I'm not entirely sure. Sylveon is a threat. I don't know, I think I literally just have to surf this thing. Yeah, so it's going to try and wish past stuff. I don't think I have a way of really... Yeah, we just get crits. That's how we deal with that. We get critical hits. That's how we deal. Alright, we are faster. Let's see what Inteleon's got. There we go. GG's. Fun set of games. 2 losses and a win. But we are learning this tier. I don't think I've played Inu in a solid couple of years. Super fun teams, though. I really actually like the Chandelure Raikou stuff and like the triple starters. Like I said, next video probably will have that big choice banded Embor, so if you want to see that, let me know. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know in the comments which starter is your favorite. And as always, have a great day. Peace.